to Significans and we explained exactly what we needed to get done. It was quite a challenge, and they were definitely there for us and understood what we wanted to do. They created a fully automated system for us, from order entry all the way through our plant. The files are processed automatically. We don't have anybody touching them in pre-press. We don't have anybody touching them in CAD. As soon as you process the order online, it goes directly through all of our automation and ends up in the queue for the press operators, the CAD operators, our finishing department and shipping department. So there's fully automated process no matter what. They've built an interface that we can interact with it, so we understand what orders are in the queue and what needs to be done. And then created all the dashboards from a management standpoint as well. So upper management can see how many orders we have in process, what stage of the game they're all in, and where we need to be, and if there's a bottleneck within the system itself. So they took that process, implemented it for us. We're in the testing phase. Hopefully at the end of the month, we'll fully be launched. Honestly, the process for us, Significans, was there for us the entire way. The problem that we had with this process, like I said, we started about a year ago with this process, expecting to get it up within 90 days. The front end work was the hardest work of it. The web development side of it, creating the nice, pretty interface on the front end side of it, getting all that to work correctly, that has taken 9 months to get done. Not the automation side of it. Significance did 75% of their work within 45 days. So had our web developer been up and running that soon, we probably would have hit our mark within 90 days to be fully up in operation. We took processes that take 8 hours or 4 hours, whatever it is, and with Web Center and Automation Engine, you're able to take a layout process like that our pre-press had to do, and they narrowed it down within Automation Engine in under 5 minutes. So now we can take 100 orders, process them through Automation Engine, fully get every layout we possibly need, and do that within a 5-minute time frame. We also, with that being said, reduced a lot of waste with those layouts. Pre-press operator can look at a thing and only see it kind of one way, and nest things only a certain way, and they repeat that process over and over again, creating a little bit more waste. With Automation Engine and the layout tools within ESCO, it can take that same layout and do it 15 different ways to justify and get the least amount of waste in it, and it will tell you after every layout what the total waste percentage is on that layout. So we also, obviously, we reduced it, not reduced the staff, we didn't have to hire anymore. We still only have 3 people in our pre-press, just like we had before. We have 11 CAD designers. We didn't add more CAD designers for this process. The only people that we have to staff at this point in time are machine operators. We need to get the orders through the plant, so we need to increase our machine operators on our Nozomi, on our CAD cutting, on our Zunes, in our finishing department and shipping department. That's the only staff that we've added to this process, only because we've added a full new division to our company at this point. I'll show you a couple slides that are basically what was created for us. This is basically Web Center, ESCO's Web Center, that we've created customized dashboards that Significans has helped us with that tell us exactly what's going on in this process. The pretty colors at the very top, they tell us exactly where an order is within the gang run, and so we understand where every order is. We don't have to guess where it's in, whether it's in cutting or is it in printing at this point, or is it finishing or shipping. We know exactly where it's at. Within each one of those, as an operator, they can dive in and click on an order and it tells them everything about it. Significance is able to create QR codes, which we use the same QR codes on our Zoom tables, to read the CAD so it knows exactly what it needs to cut out without any problems. Within that order, it tells them everything about it. It's kind of very small font. How many layouts it has for that, how many printed sheets it's doing, what's the quantity of it. That's the actual box of what it looks like. So they know exactly everything about that individual order just by clicking on that link from an operator standpoint. So they know exactly what's going on. The admin side of it, this is where we dive in, and again, each one of the colored blocks tells us exactly where we're at in the process. We know exactly there's 11 orders that we've received in our system. There's 2 in the CAD cutting stage, there's 2 in the finishing stage. Down below it lists all the orders and exactly which process they're in. So from a management standpoint, at any point in time, we can log into the website, we can look at it and see exactly where every single order is. If there's an order that's stuck in CAD cutting for a long time and we don't understand why, we can look here and see what's going on with it and understand it. With that for us, the time savings alone, like I said, we took an 8-hour process and scaled it down to 5 minutes. We took people out of the equation and computerized it all. We took errors out of the problem. If our pre-press operator doesn't copy everything that's on the artwork and misses some type of text, the computer doesn't have that issue. It copies everything and puts it in the layout. The reporting and analytics to it, like I said, on the admin interface, we know exactly where every order's at. We can go back into reporting on that and tell us, okay, it took us, the order was in queue for 12 hours on our digital printer. Why did it take 12 hours on the digital printer? So we know exactly where every order is in the process. And reduce, we obviously streamlined and modernized it by using the software we had available to make this process as streamlined as we possibly could with as little human interaction in it as we can. So in conclusion of everything that we've done, Significans is able to help us out, take the software that we had ESCO's Web Center and Automation Engine. We weren't fully utilizing it to its capabilities at that point in time. It was kind of just sitting in the background, and we knew that we had to use that software in order to get this process up and running where it needed to. We increased our production times on it because, like I said, pre-press was taking hours to get a layout done. And I went to press and they said, well, now it doesn't look right or it doesn't fit on the sheet right. It went back to pre-press. There was a lot of back and forth motion with our pre-press to get things right. And we've eliminated that process. So again, less people working at it. I don't have to include more people on our pre-press side, on our CAD side. And it just adds more opportunity. Like I said, this was a brand new venture for us. A brand new market. We had talked with a couple different vendors that are already in the market. Fantastic Back Box Makers, one of them that we went to go visit. And Richard's very good at kind of opening up his doors and telling you exactly how he does his process. And through that venture, we understood what we needed to do and the possibilities that are out there. So it kind of opened up a brand new market for us for online packaging. Without the help of Significans, that we could have gotten this process done. We already had a workflow solution architect that we had hired. He was pretty elite. He understood our ESCO Web Center and Automation Engine, but didn't have quite the big vision, big picture to get the entire project done. With Significans, we had several times when we went to them and said, this is what we want, and they said, well, we can give you that and we can give you something more. So what do you think about this? And what do you think about this? And they always thought outside the box, to say it that way. They were always there to go, okay, we can definitely do that, but we can obviously do more. So they've really helped us out for our entire process.